She thought everyone forgot her birthday. She was miserable. She sulked. She felt sorry for herself. She even complained to her friends. That wasn't necessarily the plan, but it couldn't be helped. Her frustration was hard to watch, but we knew in the end it would all be worth it. What she didn't know was 40 people were sneaking around only two houses away, hiding away, holding their breaths until the great reveal. This power diary was inspired by a real life surprise birthday party I was recently a part of. Yes, this was a big one. I was even part of the deceit necessary to keep the grand surprise a secret. This is how we created and pulled it off. This was the best ever, the best surprise ever. We knew she would be able to be there. The availability of the honored birthday person is the first element in order to make sure that things will work out well. She never saw it coming. This is the inside story and timeline of how we pulled off one of the most exciting and thrilling birthday surprises I have ever been a part of. This made the birthday unforgettable for all those who attended, and especially for our special birthday girl. Our title today, The Surprise 40th Birthday That Brought Down the House and a Few Tears. Welcome to Dream Builders Diaries, building dreams one story at a time, and I'm Jeannie Craft. Here at Dream Builders Diaries, we dive deep into the personal stories of entrepreneurs and artists and innovators and everyday visionaries just like you. We believe that every dream starts with a story worth telling, and by sharing these stories, we aim to empower you to create your own dream and the story behind it. But before we get started, grab a paper and a pencil if you don't already have one. Inspiration, ideas, and dreams, they come and go quickly. Don't let yours get away. Planning a surprise birthday sounds simple till you plan a big party and until you realize you're lying to someone you love for over 2.5 straight months. Well, here's what it really takes to pull off the perfect surprise birthday celebration. The original idea was a family decision. Ada's husband, Ash, talked to his mother, who happens to be an event planner, about his grand surprise birthday idea. This was a notable birthday. It was her 40th. There would have to be a believable decoy to distract her from the possibility of any celebration, and we could not let her even think that one would occur. That was the beginning of the deceit. The next biggest and most difficult piece for Ash was the budget. How in the world do you place deposits and make payments and finally pay for all the components out of a single bank account when she can see all of the household finances? The answer? A lot of sneaking around. It was decided that sending the secret through group chats might work best. There would be 3 groups of people to be invited. There was a group of family, easy, but the most likely to get the secret out. An early decision was not to tell his 4 children would be best. How to keep the most vital information from her ever getting a hint or seeing the most important information on his phone? Ugh, easy. Make up a group chat. But what did you call it? Family anything would trigger questioning and curiosity. They would be called drywall. Just so any communication would not let her onto the secret. A group of very close friends, and some of whom always spent their birthdays together, was another group for a chat. But how to throw her off? Maybe lead her to believe that they would be coming and a couple weeks before have something come up? What if they were called drywall repair? That's it, drywall repair. Yes, and then the most unlikely group is a group of coworkers from all around the world, comprising of making up of a business that she had personally created. Most of this group of 10 had yet to meet in person at all. So, after working together online for close to 4 years, would they come? Could they come? For some, it was halfway around the world. We would be called, hey, tech support group. Yeah. So the planning began. The venue was one of the most difficult pieces to arrange. This family takes time in winter, spending time in the white sandy beaches of Florida. Not being at their home in the frigid weather meant some things would be easier to plan and others could be much harder. For example, a caterer. How do you find a professional chef in a city that you only spend in part of the year? Oh, the decorations would be easy if his dear mother only knew what types of spaces she had to work with. The food. Oh, the food would be many of her favorites, and it would also depend on the chef's preferences and what specific foods were available during the window of possibility around her birthday. A date was chosen. It happened to be 4 days past her birthday because her birthday fell on the Friday before a holiday weekend. This, however, had its advantages, as some of the faraway travelers would have a little bit more time to arrive. The group chats would serve as digital invitations. It was also easy to post short videos about the planning process and for the attendees to announce when they would be arriving. The theme decorations were super easy. My mom's got this one in the bag, he said. Literally, she sent a suitcase of decorations with another family member at Christmas time. So sneaky. The rest she would bring when she arrived. But where would all these people stay? Who would be assigned the roles to, like, keep the secret safe, and who would coordinate the decoy event? Who would coordinate the reveal moment? Hmm. Right after Christmas, we had all been contacted individually about the party. I received an invitation to join a group chat on Telegram. I ignored it for about a week until I remembered there was to be a new chat about Ada's party. Funny how I wanted to check in almost every other day or so after that. Who was coming and when were they arriving? How long were they going to stay? The excitement of how to keep the secret and Ada's reaction was felt almost immediately in the chat. I am sure it was the same in the other two chats, too. By the time the year rolled around, flights were being planned and shared in the Hey Tech Support group. Excitement was building fast. Some wanted to know where our group would be staying, and Ash was planning for two big homes for all of us to stay in. One for the friends and family, and one for the working group. Could one of the homes also be a party house, maybe? Yes, just what you're thinking. The place where the party would be held. That 16-bed house with two giant open living spaces would work well. And it was only 2 doors away from where the family was staying for the winter. A video and the address was shared, and the excitement was building like a crescendo in an orchestra. 3 weeks later, almost all of the group had reservations to come to this great surprise birthday celebration. Behind the scenes, there was great energy in the other groups, and the other logistics were being set. A chef was found and a menu was created, not only for the party, but also for a brunch for the coworkers the day after. The decorations were an easy go for the event planner. His mom, as soon as she knew what she was decorating, she was on it. The birthday banner was sent to the printer. Dates to pick up food and people from the airport were fast approaching. Clothes were purchased for a sunset photo shoot for the family on the beach across the street and down about half a block, right past the party house. What a great distraction and birthday present, all wrapped up into one. Then one of the videos suggested that as we arrived to the party house the days before, we would unload our luggage into the garage of the house from the taxis and the Ubers as to not be seen. Since most of us were unknown to one another from the working group, we videotaped every new entry into the house by the new arrival. This would prove to be a wonderful gift to Ada and Ash, considering neither one of them could actually be physically present. The day of the party finally arrived. The house had been decorated on 2 floors. The first floor, where the guest of honor would enter, had a happy birthday banner hung prominently. This would be where the family she would most possibly be expecting could surprise her first. The two children to be told anything were the oldest son and daughter. The son had to travel, so he knew in advance. But the oldest daughter, she was only told the weekend before. It would also be partially her responsibility to make sure her little sisters were ready when they were supposed to be for the photo shoot. The family was hiding in wait in the darkness on the first floor. How would they get her inside of a strange house when she was supposed to be walking her beautiful children to a photo shoot across the street at the beach? With the sun fading fast and the sky over the ocean, whew, time was an element. She was told that this may be a house that they would rent next fall and winter when they came down. And since they were having an open house, maybe they wanted her to check it out. Anyway, everyone who was not family had been assigned to the second floor for the grand surprise. We were lined up first as friends, the friends that were supposed to make it and were told that they wouldn't, and then their other friends, and then the work crew that she had not even met some of were all lined up, with the last man being the man who had traveled all the way from Belgium to be at this party. The petition hiding all of us was barely big enough. But then we were told, 2 minutes and counting, she is on the sidewalk and coming towards the house. Silence ensued. The drone catching all of the happenings on the sidewalk was very visible to the children, and they were enthralled by it, and it just sent silent giggles through the crowd watching from the upstairs windows. Then the door opened, and the room exploded with the loudest surprise she had ever heard. At that instant, we heard it too, a roar from the downstairs entrance. She realized her family had been hiding just past the entry. We, who were in our own line for a surprise upstairs, got word quickly that the river of tears began to flow down her face. So much for makeup and a photo shoot. She knew that someone had remembered her birthday. It was very noisy for about 10 minutes, but we remained in waiting and in silence. Hearing footsteps on the stairs, the DJ hit the music as she rounded the top of the stairs into the kitchen. Ash stopped her at the end of the countertop. Cued by the DJ, and one by one we streamed out to an additional flood of tears. She fell into our arms, weeping, crying the happiest tears we had ever seen. There was a great deal of hugging and meeting new people and hugging our beloved birthday girl. After appetizers and a makeup redo, they did go down to the beach for the photo shoot. Not just the one she thought, though. They returned to a rousing party that went on for hours. The best part of all was the open microphone. Anyone who had the desire to share our thoughts about this amazing woman were able to. Her daughters brought tears to the rest of us when they spoke about how wonderful it was to have her as a mom and a teacher, and seeing her as a business entrepreneur and a strong, beautiful woman. Her father talked about the legacy that she is leaving, and that now we were all a part of that legacy as a result. We did it. She didn't know. She didn't find out until the very moment we planned it. But now she will have these memories and loads more memories that we don't even know of forever. Why this diary? Because this diary demonstrates the magic about how, when you love someone, a grand surprise can be planned and executed without the person of honor knowing. Pulling this off was one of the highlights of this year. I also share this diary because this powerful diary celebrates the virtues of discipline and endurance and courage and love with a little deceit. Things unseen sometimes can make a real impact on our lives. I can see why. Can you? Turning 40 hits different, but nothing prepares you for waking up into a room full of people who've loved every vision of you. She thought the party was the surprise. It was, and it wasn't. The real surprise was hearing her own children stand up and say, "Mom, everything we are is because of you." So as a recap, what is your biggest takeaway from our story, from our diary today, and how does this diary relate to how you celebrate your dream? Dreamers, believe in yourselves, be passionate, work smart, know your why, and apply what you learn each day. And as you ponder the source of your dream and this diary, I wish you well. Wish you an abundance of resources and knowledge and wisdom with your time and your future success with your dream. Enjoy life and always, always be kind. I want to leave you with this quotation. The more you praise and celebrate your life, the more there is in life to celebrate. Thank you, Oprah Winfrey. I'll read it again. The more you praise and celebrate your life, the more there is in life to celebrate. Special, special thanks to my dear friend, 40-year-old friend now, Ada, and her family. Celebrating with so many others who were able to honor and love you with hugs and gifts was priceless. We share a birthday month, making it extra special for me. Thanks to those of you who listen to Dream Builders Diaries regularly. I'm grateful to you, and the honor to spend time with you is all mine. So if you don't have it yet, get your 90-Day Dream Builder's Diary by Jeannie Craft on Amazon. Like and share this diary and subscribe for more inspirational stories. Contact us to share your story. Thank you, and until next time, building dreams one story at a time.